Imagine dedicating your entire life to love, dreaming of happiness and family, only to have it ripped away simply because of something you can't control. That was the heartbreaking reality for a young woman named Aisha. From the outside, her life looked ordinary, even hopeful, but she had been living with paralysis for years. What most people would see as a limitation, Aisha saw as a challenge she had overcome countless times. She had built her life around independence, determination, and courage, yet society seemed unwilling to see beyond her condition. In her town, traditions and expectations often weighed heavier than empathy, and when it came to matters of the heart, appearances mattered more than the strength of one's character. Aisha had always hoped that love could conquer all, that someone would look past her paralysis and see the person she truly was. But reality can be cruel, and she was about to face the harshest rejection of her life. The proposal she had dreamt of for years finally arrived, and for a brief moment, Aisha felt a surge of hope. She pictured the life she had imagined at a home filled with laughter, late night conversations, quiet evenings by the window, and the simple joys of companionship. But that joy was fleeting. The moment the groom's family discovered her paralysis, everything changed. Their smiles vanished, and their words cut deeper than any blade. "We can't marry her," they said. No questions, no understanding, no compassion, just a cold, instant judgment that left her heart in pieces. Imagine holding on to hope so tightly, only to have it shattered in an instant. It's a pain that's hard to put into words, a feeling of invisibility, as if the world has decided your worth is less than it should be. Aisha didn't let herself cry in front of everyone. She had learned early that showing vulnerability often invites pity or scorn. She withdrew into herself, navigating the quiet despair of rejection with the same determination she had used to navigate life's other challenges. But even in the solitude of her thoughts, the sting of being judged for something beyond her control lingered. She wondered if anyone would ever see her for who she truly was. Was there anyone in this world who could look past her paralysis and recognize the strength, intelligence, and warmth she carried within her? She had almost lost hope until someone unexpected appeared on the horizon. Enter Imran, a single dad raising his young daughter alone. Life had been far from easy for him. He had faced loss, loneliness, and the constant struggle of providing for a child on his own. Yet, despite the hardships, he carried a kindness in his heart that was rare to find. Imran had learned to see people not for their weaknesses, but for their courage, their character, and their resilience. And when he met Aisha, he didn't notice her paralysis first. He noticed her smile, her quiet strength, and the way she carried herself despite the judgment she had endured. There was something magnetic about her courage, a quiet dignity that spoke louder than words ever could. Imran's first interactions with Aisha weren't grand gestures. They were simple, human connections. He would strike up conversations about daily life, laugh at small jokes, and gradually, Aisha began to see that someone truly saw her, not as a challenge or a limitation, but as a person with hopes, dreams, and an incredible heart. Slowly, a bond began to form. And as that bond deepened, something extraordinary happened. Imran, a man who had never envisioned himself as a hero, did something that would change Aisha's life forever. He proposed to her. Not in the dramatic, cinematic way that movies often portray, but with sincerity, thoughtfulness, and a depth of understanding that only someone who truly cared could offer. When he spoke, his words were simple but powerful. He told Aisha that love wasn't about perfection or ability. It wasn't about appearances or societal standards or what anyone else thought. Love was about seeing the heart of a person and choosing to stand by them no matter what. In that moment, Aisha realized that she wasn't alone anymore. Someone believed in her, someone chose her, not despite her challenges, but alongside them. This was more than a proposal, it was a lifeline, a validation of every struggle she had endured, and a reminder that hope often appears when we least expect it. The impact of Imran's gesture rippled far beyond their relationship. Aisha's family, friends, and even those who had once judged her began to see her differently. They recognized her resilience, her courage, and her unwavering kindness. For many, it was a lesson that had been waiting to be learned. The strength of a person is not measured by their physical abilities, but by their character, their heart, and their willingness to face life's challenges with grace. Aisha and Imran built a life together, blending their families into one. teaching their children the values of empathy, courage, and love that transcends superficial standards. Their story became a quiet testament to the power of compassion and the extraordinary difference that one person's belief in another can make. Stories like Aisha's are more than just tales of love. They are reminders of the human spirit's resilience. Life often places obstacles in our path, challenges that seem insurmountable. But it's in those moments of struggle that courage reveals itself. Aisha's story shows that rejection, heartbreak, and judgment are not the end. They are merely the circumstances that test our resolve, shaping us into the people we are meant to become. And sometimes, the most incredible acts of love and kindness come from people we least expect. People who see us, truly see us, and choose to walk beside us in a world that can often feel cold and unyielding. It's easy to feel disheartened when society judges based on appearances or limitations. Many of us have faced moments when we've been dismissed, underestimated, or overlooked because of circumstances beyond our control. Aisha's story teaches us that while we cannot always control how the world sees us, we can choose how we respond, and we can trust that there are people whose hearts are open enough to recognize our worth. In a world that often emphasizes perfection and conformity, acts of genuine compassion and understanding stand out as extraordinary. They remind us that love is not about meeting expectations, but about embracing humanity in its truest form. Imran's choice to propose and stand by Aisha wasn't just an act of personal love. It was a statement about what truly matters in life. It was a lesson to those around them that courage, empathy, and the willingness to see beyond the surface are qualities worth celebrating. In a way, their story is a mirror for all of us. It asks us to reflect on our own lives, our own judgments, and our own capacity for kindness. Who are we willing to see for who they truly are? Who are we willing to stand by, even when society says we shouldn't? As their life together unfolded, Aisha and Imran faced challenges, of course. Life rarely becomes perfect, even with love at its core. But the difference now was in perspective. They faced difficulties with partnership, empathy, and understanding, and their family became a source of inspiration for others. Neighbors, friends, and extended family began to understand the value of acceptance and the strength of character over superficial standards. And through it all, Aisha discovered something invaluable, the courage to fully embrace herself, knowing that someone loved her exactly as she was. The story of Aisha and Imran is not just a tale of love, it's a celebration of the human spirit, a testament to resilience, and a reminder that hope often arrives when we least expect it. It challenges us to reconsider our own assumptions and encourages us to see the extraordinary in those who society might overlook. Every act of kindness, every moment of understanding, has the power to transform lives. And sometimes it's a single person, like Imran, whose courage to act differently can make all the difference. In the end, Aisha's journey is a reminder that rejection does not define us, and limitations do not dictate our worth. Life may throw obstacles our way, but the capacity for love, hope, and connection is limitless. A single act of belief, compassion, and courage can change the course of someone's life forever. For Aisha, that act came in the form of a single dad who refused to see her as less and chose instead to embrace her fully, showing that true love doesn't look at what's missing, it celebrates what's already there. So the next time life challenges you, remember Aisha and Imran. Remember that even in the darkest moments, extraordinary things can happen. That one person can make a world of difference. That rejection, hardship, and judgment are not the end. They are simply the circumstances that prepare us for the people and moments that will truly change our lives. And above all, remember that love, compassion, and courage are more powerful than any obstacle, limitation, or societal expectation. They are the forces that shape our world, transform lives, and remind us of the incredible strength of the human heart. Aisha's story is a beacon of hope, a testament to resilience, and an unforgettable lesson. Life may test us, society may judge us, but there will always be someone willing to see our true worth and stand beside us. And when that happens, miracles are not just possible. They are inevitable.